Here at the Air Sports season launch, I've got Kenny Cunningham and Robbie Savage with me, and obviously we're going to talk about what's going on in World Cup qualifying group. Kenny, from an Irish point of view, a week ago there was a lot of optimism. What's the feeling now?
Slightly less optimistic, I suppose, would be fair. Clearly the result last night was a blow, as was the draw away to Georgia. Wales have obviously picked up. I'm sure Robbie will be pleased about, but it wasn't unexpected. You know, they got some real good talent in the team. But it seems as if we've lost a little bit of initiative over the last couple of games, but still all to play for. We've got to win our last couple of games, probably go to Wales and win, which won't be an easy task. Like I said, it looks as if their tails are up, and to go and win in Cardiff is a really big ask. But on any given day, of course, anything is possible.
A lot about momentum in the group, of course, and if you have it in the later stages, it's a real positive thing. From an Ireland point of view, for the players now, they've got, a month to sit on these last two results. It's difficult.
Now, people talk about that momentum. It's a bit of a cliche, but I think there's a bit of truth to it. And probably Wales had a little bit of a stutter maybe midway through the group. We were in a reasonable bit of form. We had a bit of a points advantage over them. But you just feel as if there's been a bit of a momentum shift over the last couple of games in the group. We had a chance really to shut the door on Wales a couple of months ago. We haven't done it. And you feel as if they've found a little bit of confidence again, a little bit of momentum. Confidence is high. Even the body language of the players. I was watching Chris Coleman after the game in Cardiff the other evening against Austria, celebrating the goal, the crowd, the involvement of the crowd, the interaction. They just feel as if they're on the up and in good form going into the crucial games of the group. So we have it all to do.
What's the feeling there, Robbie, in Wales?
Well, the feeling first and foremost is the dress sense in Wales is far better than the dress sense in Ireland. Other than that, other than that, I just think that Wales, probably, if you look at the group, when the group was come together, you'd expect Wales to be trying to win the group or finishing second. I think Ireland have the third or fourth strongest squad, so you could say they're probably in third position. That's what they are. You know, so if he finishes second or first, you could argue that Martin O'Neill would be doing better than that squad. I watched the game last night, you know, listening to people talk, and the reliance upon Wes Hoolahan, you know, I find bizarre. He's no Gareth Bale. You know, if Wales are talking about missing Gareth Bale, I know he does well for Ireland, but this is a guy, 35-year-old, I think, as he, you know, struggles to get in the team in the championship. Yeah, all I hear last night is the reliance upon a 35-year-old making a difference for his country. I listened to Kenny talking, you know, brilliantly well on the TV last night. Is he an impact player? No, seriously, is he an impact player? And I was astounded to listen that a group of players who have, you know, you've got some very good players, but that squad probably is a third place finishing squad. You know, people might say about Northern Ireland, they're overachieving. I think if Martin O'Neill got into second position or won the group, that's a massive overachievement for that squad.
To be fair, I know what you're saying. I think we're probably fourth seeded team in the group. I don't think there's a huge difference between the sides. I think it'd really throw a blanket over us. I think probably look at the Wales team and our team. Actually, I see not a huge amount of difference.
Yeah, I do.
But I think high up the pitch in the last third, from a creative point of view, like last night, I thought we played well last night, but couldn't really fashion too many goal scoring opportunities. But you look at Wales with the qualities they have with Bale, even young Woodburn coming into the team over the past couple of games, Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, but you look at the Wales team. They got the Ashley Williams, £12 million signing for Everton. Ben Davies playing brilliantly well for Spurs. You got James Chester. In the middle of the park, you got
playing for.
Vella. You've got in the middle of the park, you've got Ramsey, you've got Allen, £50 million signing. Ramsey's, you know, okay, not performing well this season. Then you've got Robson Kanu, you know, scoring goals for West Brom in the Premier League. And the good thing is, they were so reliant upon Gareth Bale to score the goals. Now you've got other people, as Kenny's mentioned, Ben Woodburn coming off the bench scoring the winner last night, Robson Kanu, and then Ramsey. You know, so you look at, I know Kenny said you can throw a blanket over them, but if you look at the team, Wales are much stronger. There's no question.
Isn't that one of the arguments that when it comes to nations like Wales and Ireland, that it's not necessarily the individuals? There's more to it than that.
Of course, and you look how well Wales done in the Euros, you know, getting to the semi-final. How well Ireland, the game against Italy, wasn't it? Was it Robbie Brady who scored near the end?
Yeah.
It's just
I give Wales a lot of credit. I mean, you're talking about the individual talent you have. Absolutely, I think collectively Wales have been impressed over the last. Yeah, even in terms of organisation, there's a system of play there in terms of whether it's Vokes or Robson Kanu up front, Bale and Ramsey operating in the pockets in behind. They got some diggers in behind that as well. You know, so there's a good balance to the Wales team. Maybe at times, maybe we haven't found that right balance ourselves totally. during the course of the qualifying campaign. But I still feel as if the players we have, Rob, going into that last game, looks as if we'll need to go there and beat you, which won't be easy. So for me, I don't see us out footballing you in that last game. But look at that back three you've mentioned there, some decent defenders, you're right, but maybe not the most physically imposing, maybe Ben Davies, James Chester, and just feel the likes of Shane Long, Jonathan Walters, even Daryl Murphy, the kind of physical presence they have high up the pitch. I think maybe that's the area, if we could go there to maybe turn Wales over, if we maybe utilising those strengths high up the pitch, that physicality, maybe playing a more direct style of play in that game, may reap a few rewards.
I think last night, obviously it was a horrible injury to Seamus Coleman, and I think you've missed him hugely, because when you play that diamond, the width, comes from the fullbacks, and I think you've missed Seamus Coleman massively.
Yeah, that system in particular, like you're saying, you've no natural width in the team. I think probably we haven't, Martin's kind of dipped in and out in terms of systems, but for me, I think we're a better side when we play with a bit of natural width. Not so much, you play with the Bale and Ramsey in the pocket so much, your width comes from your wing backs for us, but we've players the likes of James McLean, even Aidan McGeady, Callum O'Dowd came on, Darryl Horgan. We have a lot of natural width available to us.
You're talking about players there. This is the Ireland squad. And I've been in Ireland for a couple of days, and Martin O'Neill's getting a bit of criticism, but the players Kenny's just mentioned, this is a squad. Martin O'Neill can't buy players. These are the players he's got to try and make perform. And if Ireland were to finish in second above a Wales team who have every position, you've got Premier League players in. Serbia, look at the team, Matic, Tadic, Mitrovic.
So in Wales it would be viewed as failure if you don't get at least that playoff spot.
Oh, of course, I think so, no question. We got to the semi-finals in the Euros. We absolutely battered Belgium. Belgium's side, it was so many great individuals, but collectively we come together. I think that the motto is together stronger, and I think as a group they are. So if Wales finished third in that group, I would think that would be a failure, considering the momentum they had.
What's interesting is that we're all now looking ahead to the Wales-Ireland game, but there are games to be played before that as well, and Wales have a difficult one away to Georgia.
See, Ireland, when they went to Georgia, they could have won that game. They didn't play well, I'm led to believe, but they had chances. McLean had a header, and then in the second half, when he went through one-on-one with the keeper, the keeper come out and made a good save. So, listen, we've all been to the Moldovas, the Georgias, the Azerbaijans, and the difficult places to go. So I believe on the road in Europe, a point in a country like that is a good point. Okay, they could have won the game, and Martin O'Neill would have liked to have won the game. And I seen an interview with Martin O'Neill after the game, and the reporter, I don't know who he was asking him questions, and I thought it was a bit unfair, because a point's a decent point. If Wales go to Georgia, Georgia played well at the Cardiff Stadium, and they drew the game. So if Wales go there, a point I think will be a good point, and I think Ireland will beat Moldova at home. So it all rests on that game. And 4 points might not be enough to
I think Wales need to win that one.
I think both games.
If Wales were to draw that game in Georgia and we were to win Moldova, which we expect to do,
it would be as costly as the points.
Yeah, but it would change the dynamic, because that would mean a draw in Wales would be good enough for us.
It's a tough game, Georgia, and I can't believe Martin was getting that much criticism for that game.
I think it was just the performance, Robbie.
Yeah.
Even Martin.
It's about points, Ken.
Yeah, it is, but performance makes points. You know what I mean? At the end, you don't concentrate you concentrate on performance. Look, we all admit our performance levels. Well, no, it was a bad point. It was a bad point. We needed 3 points, because now we're really struggling. We're playing catch-up.
I don't think it's a bad point.
Right, last one. If it does come down to Wales-Ireland, who wins it? This is a bit of an obvious question for both of you, I suppose.
Well, the home record for Wales is very good. That was the first time the Ireland side got beat since September 13 at home. Was it last night? Yeah. Am I wrong? Yeah. So home form's key. The Welsh crowd is amazing. The quality of players have got, Wales have got better quality players. I think Wales are a better team. So Wales will win, no question about it.
I think there'll be a lot of pressure on Wales, though. You've mentioned the crowd getting behind, but that brings its own pressures, I think.
They embrace it.
Yeah, well, I think they didn't embrace in the first half against Austria, didn't I? I thought they were poor.
They did then. They won 1-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think, we've all been in football long enough to know we'll go there needing to win. I think an element of pressure will be on the shoulders of the Welsh players. I think they have the advantage. I think they have the advantage in certain areas of the pitch. But I think the small weaknesses, small chinks in that Welsh team for me across the defensive line I've mentioned, and I think we have the players higher up the pitch to expose that I've mentioned already.
I don't think you have.
Robbie, you going to go for a walk around Dublin and tell people your views afterwards? I'm sure they'd love to have a chat with you.
you know, to play international football, you've got to be a good player, you know. So, you know, maybe I was a little bit harsh on Wes Houlihan, and he does a fantastic job, but just the people relying on Wes Houlihan so much, and the guy, you know, doesn't play regularly in the Championship. So that surprised me last night. But he's a good player.
He is a good player, and he made a difference to the team last night. It's not just about Wes Houlihan. Collectively, we've got to get a spot on. We've got to be at our very best, kind of individually. That kind of collective spirit, organisation has to be spot on going to Wales, because they have that, and they've had it under Chris Coleman for the past couple of years.
What are you going to do in the summer?
Trip to Russia, isn't it?
I've never been a big fan of Russia, to be honest.
Have a good holiday,
I go to a caravan down in Wales every summer. I don't want to be going to Russia.
Have a good holiday, Ken.
Thanks, lads. Well done.